Hey, how are you guys?
So, I don't think anyone's here yet, probably.
Yeah.
But when people come, we can all introduce our channels if you want.
Sure.
So, how are you guys liking your book so far?
It's interesting. I just like I was saying to you, Johara, and I can who are watching. It's a fantasy book, which is a little harder for me to read, but honestly, like it's a pretty intriguing book. Now I'm understanding why so many people went crazy for it like 5 years ago. So that's at least something.
Yeah. How about you, Tiffany?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of reading two different books. One's a romance, one's a cozy mystery, and I'm really enjoying both of them. The romance has really cute banter between the main characters, which is always fun, and the cozy mystery is the first in a new series, and the lady owns a literary pub, so it's like a brewery, but like it. specializes in like literary themes, so all the drinks are named like literary names. It's just a lot of fun, so I'm enjoying them both. What about you?
I'm liking it. It's the third book in the series, and they're on the run, and they're like first they were in America, now, and then they were in Paris. Now they're in London, and I'm kind of wondering where they're gonna go next. So
that seems like it would be a lot of fun just to kind of travel with them and all that. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I think Tiffany might be. Oh, there she is. Okay, good.
Yeah, for a second it was struggling on me. I was like, why is it loading?
I hope I'm not rubbing off on this situation because I had some tech problems earlier.
Yeah, I went to a different tab for a second. I was going to the Twitter to retweet, the fact that we're doing this, and then it was giving me an issue. I was like, great.
Yeah.
No, but, I messed up with the live today. I thought it was 12. I forgot it was your time. So I come here. Where is everyone? And I'm like, wait a second, I'm an hour early.
The time changes are just a mess. You know, I mean, trying to keep everybody's on track and all that. For me, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like when I put it on the calendar, I put it at 1 o'clock, but I haven't been looking at my phone, and I'm like, this is time. And it's like, no. 12 Johara's time. And yeah, I mean, I know I'm in Eastern time now that I'm in Florida, but I'm still Illinois at heart.
Yep.
How's the weather been recently?
Good. Yesterday it was actually kind of warm, which I did not like, but
well, what you like cold weather. So when you say kind of warm, what are we talking here?
The sun was out.
Oh gosh. Yeah, because I don't think your warm and my warm equate to warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a viewer. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? Please let us know what you're reading.
Yes. I'm reading this third book in the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel, so that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading two different books. I'm going back and forth between a cozy mystery and a romance book. The cozy mystery is the first in a new series, so it's been a lot of fun.
And I'm reading Red Queen, and it's pretty good so far. So
that's
awesome. Good. So, Johara, what are you thinking for reading sprints today? Are you thinking, how long are you wanting to do them?
I was thinking maybe 20 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Alright. We could do our first sprint. How about 12:10?
Yeah, 10 after works. That's perfect.
So I see some more comments.
I'm reading the face.
Nice.
Oh, so you're close to done. I have never heard of this. Let us know if you're enjoying it. Have either of you guys read the book that Mo's reading?
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't either. I feel like that's the book that I do want to read from Veronica Roth, but I'm pretty sure that's the one I want to read. And I see, ooh, I loved the first Red Queen book. That's great. I hope I like it. We'll see. Are you guys planning on finishing one more book before this month ends?
I'm hoping to at least finish this book, but no promises. I'm still pretty early on, so.
Yeah.
And I don't know because I also need to edit a video. So I might edit a
I
video
do too.
in part of one of the sprints.
Yeah.
But I hope to get some good reading in today as well.
Yeah. I mean,
You
I
guys
think.
Huh?
Go
Do you guys have any hopes for your channel for the next month?
I'm hoping I can actually put some videos up. I mean, I do have some pretty big plans because now it's like, okay, the next month has ended. Let's do the wrap up for that in January. And
Yeah.
The video that I've been working on for months on end, can it come out? I hope so.
Oh, I have faith in you, Tiffany. You can do
I
it.
can do
Me
it.
too.
That's right. That's
Thank you.
right. No, I don't have goals. I'm just having so much fun. I
Yeah.
I always want new followers, but I don't have numbers in mind or anything like that because new followers just mean new people to talk about my books with. And
Yeah.
I guess one of my only goals though is finding cozy mystery fans because although I've kind of subjected you guys to me constantly talking about them, a lot of people don't know what they are or read them. So there's always a goal of suddenly people are like, oh my gosh, cozy mysteries, but we'll get there. But other than that, I'm just having fun. I just
That's
love
good.
making the videos.
That's good. I want to get to 100 subscribers. I'm at 72, so I'm almost there.
Yes, congratulations.
Awesome. You got this.
So I saw Mo says, Tiffany, what is your channel so I can sub? I'm not Tiffany. So Masquerade Chick and I are both Tiffany's. So I guess let's both tell them their channel and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So my channel is Masquerade Chick. So I talk about young adult books. I do wrap ups. Now I'm doing live shows, which is fun, and TBRs and that sort of thing. And this month, I swear I will be consistent with my videos. So I'm speaking it into existence.
I love that goal. And I'm also Tiffany. My channel is the Beach Bum Bookworm. And I actually know I'm a paperback Mo subscriber because I really enjoy his channel. And I've seen him on some live shows. And I just love him. But my channel is Beach Bum Bookworm. It's cozy mystery and romance. And yeah, go subscribe if you haven't already.
Absolutely.
So it's 12:11. You want to go ahead and do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds good.
Okay. We'll end at 31. How does that
Sure.
sound? All right. All right. Happy reading.
Yes, you too. Joy.
Hi.
Hello. Did you enjoy?
I did. How about you?
Yeah. Like I said, I did some editing, so I'm looking forward to next doing some reading. Maybe I'll go back and forth, but I got some done, yeah.
I got like a page. I didn't get that far.
Did you guys have good sprints?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this book because this book I think is gonna have more to do with one character that wasn't in the first two books that often. So I'm excited for that.
That's cool.
Good. That's awesome. So, Tiffany, today you're doing physical book today? I thought I saw.
Yeah, I'm doing a physical book. Yeah, because I was telling Johara before you came on, I have the audiobook on Hoopla with this, and I got to 4 hours, and it's like 12 hours and 40 minutes or something for the audiobook. So I got to 4 hours, so I'm trying to like catch up physically, but because like, you know, I have the audiobook, but it's like I have the physical book. Why not use it? And it's like taking me way longer. But I was telling Johar I kind of would like to try to aim to finish a book, but I don't think there's any way I could finish it. It'd be nice though, but
Awesome. So, well, good.
What video were you working on?
March 2021 Cozy Mystery releases.
Nice.
Yeah. So this week, the Cozy Mystery releases are coming out, the romance releases, and then I have a new spotlight that's starting. So I have a series called Spotlighting Cozies, which basically breaks down cozies, and I'm working on animal cozies. So I just started that too.
Great.
Nice.
Johara, I saw a tag
Yeah, I need
this
to work
morning.
on my. Oh really?
Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I think there's some lag, and I didn't mean to cut you off. Go right ahead.
Oh, that's fine. I need to make my March TBR and my February wrap up. So I'm hoping to do that in the next couple of days.
Awesome. Speaking of March TBRs, I think, you know, even though, because I've read 18 books this year, 9 per month, you know, which is pretty good.
Yeah, great number.
I'm kind of hoping maybe I can aim, though, to read even more with a TBR, you know? Because, like, when I started BookTube, I was definitely doing a lot of TBRs, and then I kind of, like, was like, I can stick whatever I've read in a TBR section to see what prompts that I met, but it's like, how about you just plan on what you're going to read? That way it won't be so hard to be like, oh, what am I in the mood for? At least I have a backup plan, so.
Yeah.
I can't stick to a TBR. I'm like, just what you were talking about, Tiffany, because I never know what I'm going to feel like reading from day to day. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I'm a total mood reader. Like, I really have to be in
Me
the
too.
mood to do it. I mean, good for people who can just be like, I have no idea what this book is about, but I'm going to start reading it. I'm like, that is very impressive, but I still don't understand.
I'm the same way. I'm not that person either. Johara, what I was going to tell you is I was.
Yeah, well, I read a lot of series, so that makes it a little easier.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tiffany.
I was this morning. I found this TBR about the Clue board game. Have you seen it yet?
Oh, I heard that one.
It's so much fun to watch. It's so much fun to watch. So if you know the board game, it's like each question. So there's a question about like weapons, the people, and the rooms, and then like each one has a prompt on it for the tag. It's actually so much fun to watch. I haven't tried to make it. I probably will eventually, but it was really fun to watch some people do it.
Interesting.
Oh,
So, are you guys going to plan on reading after the sprints are over?
I'm hoping to. I'm hoping
yeah,
to.
probably. I probably will too. Yeah. That's usually most of my
Yeah.
weekend when I have free time. What about you?
I want to get some reading also done. So.
Good. Yeah. I mean, part of my thought process on this day is, hey, what if you can get through the book? I mean, better I get through some of it, because like I am interested in the book. It's not like I'm trying to force myself through the book. It's just, Tiffany, I was telling Johara that for me with this book, since I was reading the audiobook first, I was kind of like, well, I wasn't retaining all that much. And so instead of it being now that I'm at a paragraph, and so I'm like reading it 2 or 3 times instead of just reading it once and then continuing, because I'm like, it could be important. It's like, I don't need to know that there's a tree there. But
Yeah. Gotcha. So Jahara, what videos do you have planned this week? Oh, you said you're doing your February wrap up?
Well, yeah, I need to edit a writing vlog I made yesterday. I was thinking about making another one today, so we'll see.
that'll be cool. So is it you're working on your second, or what is it you're working on?
Third.
Third. Great. That's
Third book in
exciting.
the series.
Yeah.
I told her last week. That
Yeah.
is just incredible.
Absolutely. Yeah, speaking of writing, so I was doing a review on one of the oh no. Our host
Uppo.
got oh no. Oh, hopefully she can come back. Oh no.
I mean, I think if she created it, she should be able to, but oh no. Okay. Well, what? Oh, there she. Okay. She looks like she's coming back in.
Oh no.
Is it me lagging? Am I lagging really bad?
No, you're good. Well,
Okay.
I mean, from how I see it.
Okay. You're back. You're back.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we lost you for a second. You got put into, cyberspace for a minute, but
Yeah.
go ahead. Stephanie was about to say
So
something.
I was gonna share. So the other day I was working on a book review for one of the books I read back in January. It was called Moment of Truth by Casey West. And it wasn't too interesting of a book, but it has a certain premise or a subplot that it actually inspired me to write a story. So I already have 9 pages on that story. So I'm pretty excited about the concept.
Well, that's cool.
Way to go!
Thank you.
That's great.
I
Yeah.
admire people who write like you two. I mean, I think that's amazing. I am purely the reader, but I will read anything that you write. How about that?
Yeah, I've been really absolutely. I've been working harder on getting the Goodreads reviews in, and then I'm still struggling with doing a NetGalley review. Like, I want to do it, but it's like, what if it's not good enough? It's like, just put it out, and it'll be good.
It'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah.
I did my first author interview yesterday.
Oh, you did? That's great.
I
Who's
did.
the interview?
Yay,
Her
how
name's
did that
Victoria.
go?
Yeah, so her name's Victoria Gilbert. She's a cozy mystery writer. She has a couple different series, and she has a new book coming out in June. I was so lucky to get somebody so lovely for my first interview because I mean, you couldn't have asked for a nicer woman. And she talked to me for 2.5 hours.
It's really cool.
I was shocked that she talked to me for that long, but it was so much fun, and she was so wonderful.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah. Jahara's next, Tiffany. I'm gonna get her next.
Yeah.
Gonna-
Have you guys
I would love that.
yeah. Do you guys have a plan on what you're gonna read next?
No.
I'm gonna read the fourth
Well-
book in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you
Yeah.
know what you're Johara, do you know what you're gonna read after you finish the series?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna read the sequel to this one book I read last year. The sequel just was published, so I'm gonna read that.
It's awesome.
Tiffany, I take that back. For one time, I actually know what I'm reading next because I'm such a mood reader. I don't normally, but I had to wait on a series I'm in the middle of and obsessed with because Hoopla cut me off because I used my 5 credits.
Oh,
So the new credits start tomorrow. So I guess I do know what I'll be reading next. I'll be reading the next book in the Lion and the Mouse series by Kenya Wright because I can't wait. And Hoopla did me wrong and made me wait 16 days.
oh no.
I know.
Well, good that you have an idea. Yeah, that's one thing I almost forgot about the credits because I have 7 credits that I still can use for this month, and I'm like, okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna start downloading them all.
I cannot. You make me so jealous. Oh my goodness. I don't even get as many of you as you when I combine my husband's credits that I steal
yeah,
from
you got
him.
like 10.
I still don't get as many as you do. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's very nice to have all that. And what's nice is too, the other day I went with my friend to Barnes and Noble, and there was this book that because there were really only 2 books that I was like, oh, I'm interested in that. And I look up one of them, and there's an audiobook available for it. I'm like, yes, I can do that one. So
Have you done any audiobooks through Hoopla?
yes, that's really all I've been doing with the library. I haven't been doing any ebooks, just audiobooks.
I just wondered. I didn't I've done only audiobooks too, but I just wonder how their ebooks download and all that. I haven't tried it, so
Well, I would guess it would be Well, I know with Libby, you can, look at the sample and it looks like it's just through the app and you just read it. But, I mean, maybe Hoopla is different, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so Libby it is. You're right. It just goes directly, to Libby. But then I have another library service from my old library in Illinois because my card's not expired. Sorry, Illinois. I'm going to use it though until it expires. Anyways, so when you download an ebook on there, it's simple, but you do have to have another app to be able to read it. It's not just through that app that you check out. So I just didn't know how Hoopla worked.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so, but yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah.
that's a fair thing to think about. Obviously, it'll show you which app to use if you don't use that one. But yeah, I don't know. It just, even though I like physical books, ebooks, I'm just really vibing with audiobooks, and that's all I really want to do these days, which is why it's so hard with this book. It's like, I do want to read it, and it is interesting. Like, that's the thing, too, that's the problem with audiobooks. Half of the character names here, I thought were totally spelled differently than they are, and it's like, yeah, you wouldn't know otherwise. I put in my review, oh, this character's named this, and it's like, actually, no, that's not what it said.
I think that there are some genres that lend more to this, but I always say this. If your character's name is like 15 syllables and it doesn't look like anything but random like typing, you're going to be called Jessica and Tom. That's okay, not really, but whatever. I'm just kidding. But like, I'm just going to call you the most basic names that, you know,
Absolutely.
because
Yeah, fortunately, I haven't dealt with something as crazy as that. But yeah, some of the things where they're like, oh, they're talking about these random things, random names. It's like you couldn't specify it, but you try your best to tell the different. That's my problem too with fantasy. How many characters there are? There's so many stinking characters, and it's like, how am I supposed to tell them apart?
yeah, I agree.
I mean, in my series right now, there's a lot of characters, but they all are so different. It's kind of easy to tell which one is which.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Mhm. Yeah, that seems to make a big difference. It's when they all start kind of like convoluting together that it's hard to keep track of everybody.
Definitely.
You want to do another sprint at 12:50?
Yeah.
Sure.
And-
Sounds good.
And we'll end it at 1:10.
Yeah, sure. So Tiffany, what other like
What?
I don't know if it's a category, subcategory, whatever for the cozy reads. Like, do you read anything else?
So, I mean, I do. I mainly read the cozy mysteries and romance books, but I also read some like women's literature, some general fiction, and stuff like that. It's just fewer and far between. I seem to really stick between those two genres, and like even contemporary. I don't read much, but I've read YA here and there. So, I do, but it's just those are my kind of two go-tos.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been so nice here the last couple days. I've been sitting outside reading. It's just been lovely.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I've been really enjoying that, and that's the thing too. Yesterday I feel like because I had to go get gas, and I saw what the temperature was showing because the card can tell the temperature. It was like 91. I'm like, I can roll with that. That's fine by me. Yeah, I really didn't like in like November, December, January. But I really didn't like when it was like 40, 50 degrees. I'm like, no, I'm not down with that. Mm-mm.
I'm with you, Tiffany. That's why when Johara said it's been warm here or whatever, I'm like, I think your version of warm and my version of warm are very different.
Yeah. I can't go with the cold.
Last couple weeks
Nice.
it's been 40 or 50.
Well, 50
And is
isn't
that-
bad. It's definitely not bad in Illinois. But yeah, 50 here, it's a little like.
Is 52 warm for you, Johara?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
See, it's 150. So are we ready,
All right,
guys?
12:50. You guys can do this?
Sure.
All right.
Sounds good.
Happy reading.
All right, we're coming back at what, 1:10? Or 10 after?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
you? How was your sprint?
How did the sprints go?
Mine
Good,
was mine.
good. I'm almost done with this chapter.
Excellent, excellent. I did more editing, so hopefully, even if I didn't get done, but I'm still next time I'm going to read. Maybe I'm going to start going back and forth because I just don't. I want to get some reading done too.
Yeah, definitely.
How goes it, Tiffany?
Pretty good. It's getting into some like a little bit of an action sequence. So I'm like, and now it's over, but I'm good.
Gotcha. So it's just getting good, huh? Somebody came in while we were reading. I hope I'm saying your name right, Gianni. Go ahead, Seeker. I'll let you do it since you're hosting.
Gonna try and finish Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard today. Nice.
Excellent. Have you guys read
good?
or
We'd love to know.
Johara, have you read it?
I have not.
I haven't either.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, cool. Please let us know how's it going.
The yearbooks?
What's that?
Did you say something, Johara? I could have sworn.
I said, are you guys liking your books so far?
Oh, yeah. Like I definitely like it. It's just harder for me to get through.
Yeah, I haven't since we started the sprint. I've done editing both times, so I haven't read any new. But I really enjoyed what I've already read. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, how's your book going, Johara?
Yeah, my book is great. We were introduced to someone else. In the last book, we were introduced to Joan of Arc because she never actually died. Now we were introduced to William Shakespeare, who also never died but became mortal.
Oh, okay.
Are they well, so like would it be that they still do what, like for Shakespeare, does he still write just under a different name, or is it just he's alive?
I was just introduced to him, so I don't know yet.
Okay, so I wasn't sure.
We'll
okay.
So have either of you guys ever took part in like a readathon or anything?
Yeah. Like I've been doing readathons since I've been on BookTube. I've definitely done it, but there was this one time back in June. There was a plan, or June or July, there was a plan to host a readathon, and it just got disbanded. It was kind of a bummer, and like I was excited about it, but it didn't end up going through.
I've never taken part in one, but I really want to, but I don't know how it all exactly works. So I just wondered if you guys had ever done one.
Yeah.
Yeah, last October I did the Trick or Treat-a-thon, and then January I did the Friends Readathon, and then this October I'm actually going to help host a Monster High.
Is anybody else cutting out, or is it just me?
No, mine's cutting out for Johara, but I hear you just fine. Are you struggling, Johara?
Huh?
It's just we're getting a little bit of lag with your stream, but I'm not sure why.
I was just making sure. I thought it was me. Okay. As long as I know, I just don't want to
Yeah, I
cut
don't
anybody
know.
off because it feels. I think with the lag, sometimes it feels like we're talking over one another, and it's just I wanted to make sure that it wasn't me. Like, and I'm like, okay, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the readathons, like if you take part in one but you're not hosting, you just want to be in one. Like there's one coming up that I was thinking about doing. Basically, you're just looking at prompts and reading books from those prompts. Is that kind of the general idea of a readathon?
So that's kind of like what I do with TBRs.
Yeah.
It's always, with a readathon. At least that's how I do it. So, there's a specific prompt. You figure out, a book for that prompt. You have it listed out, and then you pick of the prompts to read next. And then you go to the next prompt after you finish that book.
Okay. Yeah, I see them all the time. They're super popular. I just, because I saw that there was a polar bear one not too long ago.
Yeah.
Really popular.
Yeah.
And there was like teams and a bunch of stuff. And I was like, okay, maybe I should just not because I don't know what is going on here. It seems very intricate.
Yeah, well, I can share with you. So, like, with that one, like, one thing is that they do have is you can go to, like, the docs or however they do it, go to their site that they have linked. And then you have, you put out the pages you read and everything, what team you're on. But it's not too hard. It's just for each team, there's specific prompts to go to that team. Sometimes there's just a book to read for like the whole readathons. They call it like the group book. But if you need help, you can always reach out to them and ask.
True. Yeah. True. Well, thank you for the info. I just always see these things and I'm like, or like challenges. I was like, I'd like to be more involved, but I don't want to let anybody down if I don't get something read and it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Not that I feel that way. I'm just saying like.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the thing too, that, readathons, the important thing is you're reading and you're just, it's only for fun. If you end up reading all the books, that's great. If you read one or none, at least you tried,
Yeah, true. And so in October or so, did you say October, Johara, you're hosting one?
Yes, the Monster High readathon.
I don't know anything about Monster High, or I not that I can think of. So it's a TV show, right?
It's a series of movies.
Okay. So the prompts are just kind of taken and created from like different things that happen in the movie.
They are based on characters, and the prompts are based on the characters' personalities or their special abilities.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. So I just got a notification about somebody I follow on YouTube. Do you guys she just put out, which seems kind of, anyways, do you guys do like most disappointing books? I don't do that video. I kind of, when I do my wrap up, I will say whether I like a book and why, but I don't ever do like where I just kind of talk about books I don't like, only just because I feel like people work so hard on their books. Not to say I'm going to tell you if I didn't like it and be honest. And I'm probably going to tell you why, maybe for whatever reason, but I'm not going to just kind of like really go into what I feel like is just kind of hating on something, because I just feel like people work so hard on these things. I do the same thing with movies and TV shows. So it's not just like a book thing. Just, I don't know.
Well, with what you're saying, I do remember seeing a month or a couple of months ago where there was discourse in that. So there was some sort of author that was attacking a booktuber for having a video like that. And it's like, they can't, an author can't really be defensive about, a reviewer sharing their opinion. Like, I've never done a video like that, but that's the thing. I've only like really put out like 10 videos, but I would, like, they can do what they want. I would kind of want to watch videos like that, most exciting reads, most disappointing reads, because it also helps you, if you're considering reading a book, obviously not letting, someone affect you, but sometimes if they share your same interest or they just talk about it and you're like, oh, never mind, maybe that's not something I'm into, it kind of gives you more information on something where it's like, maybe I shouldn't read that. So
yeah, and I saw the exact author stuff that you're talking about going on. I saw a lot of it on Twitter, and I agree that people have the right to. I'm just saying, and even I do say whether I don't like a book, I just like when people feel like, just kind of being mean to be mean, I feel like there is that line. But I also think the author, the particular author that you talk about, I don't know anything about them, but I saw some of the things that they wrote, and I was like, to be honest, that sounds really narcissistic, and I was turned off by the author, because just like anything, a consumer has the right to say their opinion. We do it about food, we do it about TV, we do it about movie, we do it about music. Nothing about an author makes you, higher up and safe from that kind of constructive criticism. And you should want it as somebody who wants to be better at their craft. But I just feel like some of those most disappointing are just a little like, whew.
Yeah, so, I haven't personally watched any of them, but just the fact that some people or authors, certain opinions where it's like they want it to be silenced, or they don't want it anymore. It's like, art is subjective, they have a right to their opinion, and it's their channel, they can put out what they want. There was something I was gonna say, but go ahead if you guys had anything to say.
I think the videos are okay as long as you're not being too mean about the books. Like what you were saying, how they work really hard on it. Just explain why it turned you off, like a character or a storyline that just didn't sit right with you. Mm-hmm. I did Worst Books of 2020 last year just to see, because everyone else was doing it, so I decided to give it a try. I'll probably never make another one, but I did make that. But I said, this is why I like it, even though the writing wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, with what you guys are saying that you don't like, aren't the biggest fans of reviewers that aren't the nicest. That's me, harsh critic right here. But I have fun with it. There are a lot of books that I don't. Yeah. There are a lot of books I don't rate highly because I have a very particular reading interest. I like to read. It's just hard for me to find something that I resonate with or I enjoy, But it's also sometimes the ones where it's there's a book and it turns out that a lot of people don't like it. And it's well, now I see why. Maybe I shouldn't have, but
Yeah, I am a harsh critic to one thing, and that is Twilight. When it comes to Twilight, I am the harshest critic you will ever find. I cannot stand Twilight movies or books.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like them at one point and you don't now, or did you just never like them?
I never liked them. Never.
Okay. I was older when Twilight came out, so it wasn't anything that I was into. But I'm not into vampires anyways, but it was definitely a little young for me at the time that it came out. So I've never even seen or read a Twilight book or movie. I just don't. But again, vampires aren't my thing. So
I love vampires, but one thing I hated. Yeah, one thing I hated was how they glitter in the sun. You're supposed to die in the sun. And they changed vampires, and I did not like it. Plus, Edward is creepy, and Bella is depressed, and
yeah, I was just gonna say with what you said about the whole vampire sparkling in the sunlight, and that's the thing too that I saw some critics talk about, or just people talk about the fact that the vampires don't have any weaknesses. It's only just, oh, how wouldn't that be so great if you were a vampire? It just romanticizes being a vampire, and they don't have any weaknesses, and
Yes.
yeah. So it's just something where it's like, and that's a problem too. Like, if you put into a story, there has to be a weakness. It's, it was a very poor choice, but I mean, she's not a good author, that's for sure. But
I know at one point very, very popular. And I'll say at the time they came out, I was in Illinois and I was doing family and individual counseling at a adolescent girls treatment center. And they were obsessed with the Twilight books. Obsessed with them. Oh my gosh. They were a hot commodity.
I still don't understand what was so much the hype. Like, okay, you like a love story. Why is it gotta be such a bad one? I still don't understand it.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh.
I don't know. I just kind of keep up the mind of just like anything else. Everybody likes different things because I know there are things that I like that other people are just probably are like, what is she thinking? But I like them, and I'm gonna you know what I mean. I'm gonna continue liking them. So it's what makes the world go round. Good thing sometimes we don't always like the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to do another sprint 30 after?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, what page are you guys on right now with your books?
Are you going to get some reading done this time?
Yes, I am. I am at 48% in one of my books, so almost exactly halfway. And the second book I have going, I am at 27%.
I'm on page 113, so not very far.
Yeah. Well, you're more ahead than I am.
483.
I'm at page 66 out of, what is this, like 300, 386 or something, so, ooh, trying.
You guys are getting through them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is still a shame that I do find it funny, like, with some of these audiobooks, like a lot of them, they don't have the most interesting concept, but it's so easy to get through because it's just like, put it at a certain fast speed and just listen to it, and it's going to be over before you know it. And it's like, boom, you're done. And then this, I'm actually captivated by it. Like, I'm interested in it, but it's taking so much longer than I was hoping for.
I think it's weird going from just what you said. I think it's weird going from audio when you can speed it up because I don't listen to it at the regular speed that and so going from that to my own reading feels very slow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get us halfway through with the book today, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
All right, so it looks like we're at 30.
All right, guys. Well, happy reading.
Awesome. Happy reading. how did these sprints go?
Mine went well. I did do reading this time, and I'm really enjoying the book. I'm liking it a lot.
That's good.
I-
So am I. That chapter kind of left off at a cliffhanger.
Oh no! Yeah. It's always hard to stop then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm still in the action sequence, but it's getting to the part where she finally reveals her abilities, and I'm like, yes, let's get to it. But it's getting good, and like really good seeing her do what she needs to do, because now I'm like actually working through it. Now I'm not like keep on having to repeat, like I'm actually making progress. So yes.
Yeah, that's good.
So, Jahara, is William Shakespeare a playwright?
It still hasn't said yet. A lot of other things are going on, but the chapter ended with the twins, Sophie and Josh, heading somewhere, and then all of a sudden they see him standing there holding a frying pan. So I'm like, what just happened?
Oh my! Yeah. Well, okay.
I don't know.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Sophie and Josh has pretty much agreed that they don't trust anyone but each other. So this is hard. They don't know if they can trust the villains, the heroes. They don't know who's on what side anymore. They're just 15-year-olds and their entire world turned upside down. All of a sudden, they have magic and they need immortals and vampires and creatures, and all in a matter of like 5 days. So
That's a big adjustment, right? You know, like you're just going along living your little 15-year-old life, and then suddenly, like, you know,
yeah.
yeah, that's quite the
Yeah.
adjustment. So, Tiffany, your book is also fantasy?
Yeah, it is. So yeah, because my friend and I, we both ended up owning the same book, so we're like, oh, let's buddy read it. She already finished it, and I'm like, I'm trying. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I have so many fantasy books on my to be read shelf, but it's like fantasy. But I do want to.
Gotcha.
Is there a genre for you guys that like you just can't imagine reading?
That's such an interesting question. I don't know if Chahara has an answer because I'm sure I need to marinate that for a minute. Johara, do you have that genre?
Romance. I cannot pure romance.
Is there any reason?
I just, no offense, because I know you be romance, Tiffany.
That's
but
what I was. No.
I just think it's boring to the entire process just of these two characters falling in love. I'm okay with it being a subplot in the fantasy story, but I can't handle if it's like the main focus. It's just too boring, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I think I would be open to anything, but I think that there's genre.
Erotica.
That's
Gotcha.
not what I would. Yeah, that's definitely not the type of romance I would read. Nope. You know.
Yeah. I try to think I'm open to anything, at least trying it. Now there's like the answer to your question, Tiffany, but I do think that there's genres that I go into expecting not to like because they're just not my thing. Like if you said, hey, read this Western, I'd be like, I want to be open. I'll read it because, you know, like I said, I want to be open-minded to it, but I would probably go in with it thinking I'm not going to enjoy this. And I think, like what Johara said, the erotica, it's not. Again, I don't think that would be something that I would love. I mean, I read a lot of romances that are pretty spicy, but I think that there's this line that I start to feel like, oh, that's when it's just sex, that's not what I'm looking for. So I, the erotica. The other thing is, and it's not because I'm not open-minded, but I do think that there's this line for me. Right now, taboo romances are really popular, and those they're like what you would think of. So like people like stepbrother and stepsister, or teacher and student, or like things that like you would be considered taboo, and I'm just like, I don't want to I know it's fiction and I get that, but I don't want to glorify something that in the real world would be unhealthy or quite possibly illegal.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not judging anybody who reads these things. Hello. Nobody that reads these things, I'm not judging you. It's just not for me. Same way that you might not want to read a cozy mystery. Totally get it. Not your thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now, what about you, Tiffany?
Oh, man. I mean, I can't really say it because I'm currently reading one of them. But fantasy, it is more that kind of thing where it's like, fantasy. Because it is hard, because it's like, you create a whole world, you have all these characters all these creatures that have never existed before in fiction, and suddenly you're coming up with it, and I'm supposed to be able to tell. Like, for example, in this book, there's, because it's divided between silver blood and red blood, and silver blood, you have abilities, and so there's like 5, 6, I mean, now that I'm reading this one part of the action sequence, it's revealing there's way more types, but they have certain abilities like telekinesis or fire, like that's all, whatever, you can do what you want. It's just now it's like, oh, well, we have a name for each of them. It's like, you better still specify which power they have as I continue the book, because, it's a book. It's not like I'm going to keep on going back and forth and be like, wait, which abilities were that? But I was considering when I saw that they were revealing it again, I'm like, maybe I should write it down. And I'm like, I don't have enough commitment to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know in my book are several different forms of magic, and the main character has the rarest form, which is general magic, which basically general magic is where you can have all types of magic, every magic that exists. But there are different forms. There are healing magic, and there's death magic, which is the deadliest. And then there's elemental magic, where you can call the elements. So yeah, there's a lot of different magics, and then there's also a bunch of different realms, like and they all have names. But yeah, so
Interesting.
I mean, I guess one thing that I can think of now, maybe mystery, that I wouldn't really be down for. Like, I used to like it, when I was a kid, and you would have the, like, middle grade or younger readers mystery, but I don't know. Mystery, like, it's not really my thing. Because here's my problem. It's either super predictable, or it's some random person that way to misdirect you, and it's like, well, how should I be all sorts, captivated when it's some random person? Not that I'm saying mysteries can't be good, just it doesn't really go with me.
Sure.
yeah.
And I agree, Tiffany. I would rather the mystery not be predictable, don't get me wrong, but leave clues to figuring it out, rather than it's like a complete random person that they mentioned one time on page 36. And I'm like, wait, what? I mean, I expect to like, once the murder is revealed, that, because hopefully, like what you're saying, it's not predictable in the sense that the author was able to give enough like different clues that, ooh, Tiffany might be it. She did this. Ooh, Johara might be the killer. She did this. And then like, but I'm still surprised, but I'm still able to go, oh yeah, Tiffany did this, this, and this. So I can understand why she's the killer instead of what you're saying. Like, I don't like when it's completely random and you're like, I don't even remember them person mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean,
that was my issue with the ending of Pretty Little Liars.
I haven't read it. Did you read it or watch the? Is it a TV show?
Yeah, it's a show.
Okay.
I watched. It is a TV show. I didn't like the books.
The books, okay.
That can always be a shame.
But the TV show, they ended it with this one person who was never even mentioned.
Exactly. That's what's so frustrating. That's the thing, too, that is a shame with stories in general, when the ending just kind of ruins the story for you. It's like you were so invested, and then the ending is such a letdown.
Yeah. I agree. And that in any form. Like, I don't like when movies do it or anything. It's just like, what? It was going so well.
Yeah.
I'm still upset at the Supernatural ending.
Were you really invested with that show?
I still am. I'm still not okay with how it ended. That was bogus.
I have never watched Supernatural, but I've heard a lot of people say that about the ending of it. I've heard several people now are like, why'd they end it that way? So, whatever it was must have been something that multiple people weren't a fan of.
Yeah.
I had heard the hype of the show, and so before, the last season came out, I gave it a try. Like, I gave it a couple episodes, but it's definitely just not my show. But I did like that episode where they were in a Scooby-Doo episode. That was fun. That was cool.
Yes! I like that episode.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then at the very end where he's like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo! And he just laughs at himself. That was cute.
I love Dean. Dean and Cass are the best characters.
Now, that show, Jahara, is one of the guys from that show in Gilmore Girls?
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking of the right show. I'm thinking of the right show.
Yes. I'm just angry because they killed off Dean, and he has spent the entire show sacrificing himself to save the world, and he died from a simple vampire attack when he has stopped so much bigger things than vampires, and then they kill him off. And I just wanted him to be happy. Why did they have to kill him off?
Yeah, that's a dumb choice. Well, I mean, that's how I felt with Avengers Ended. There was one character I liked, and then they kill him off, and I'm like, no, how could you do this? And then all the other characters are there, and I'm like, dude, I'm done with the MCU. No thanks.
Oh. I'm still upset about Gamora, but...
Do you think they might bring her back since they still have Guardians of the Galaxy movies going?
I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, at the end, it showed Peter looking for her, so I think the next movie will be about them finding her and bringing her home. Do you hope to finish a lot of books this upcoming month during March?
I hope so. For me, yes. I really hope so. I've been going at a pretty good pace. I think if I wasn't trying to read this book, I would have finished way more books this month, but at least I'm trying something. I'm aiming for a challenge, but I do really hope I can read a lot of books in March. I'll see.
That yes, Johara. My
That's
answer is
good.
always yes. I'm always trying to, read as much as I can anytime. So, do you have a goal each month of a number that you want to reach? Do
Yeah.
either of you?
I don't really have a goal, but since I've
No, I mean I have still want to get done, but
I since I've been reading 9 books a month, I'm hoping for 10 or more, because I think I can achieve it, But it's also that I do
Yeah.
want to read books I look forward to, because once I got Hoopla, I was kind of like, oh, this book is available. Have I any interest in it? Not really, but it's there. Like, that is not the way. That is so not the way you go ahead and pick up a book. So, I definitely want to read books. I want to read The Folk of the Air. So the first book is The Cruel Prince. I'm supposed to be reading that with someone on Twitter this coming month. I really hope I enjoy that one, because I heard so many good reviews and I have all the books, so it's like time to read it, and hopefully we can enjoy it.
Awesome. Sounds good.
So do you have your goal?
I never have a specific goal in mind. I just try to read as much as I can. It's more about taking the opportunity that I have to read, but I never have a certain goal in mind as far as numbers. I have a goal for the year, which is 200. Seems really crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It does. It seems really crazy. But the only reason I made it so high is because with being home all the time, I read a ton more last year, and with audiobooks. Otherwise, it would not be achievable.
Yeah.
And it might not anyways, but I'm going to shoot for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just looked
Set
on
yourself
Goodreads.
high.
That's right. I just looked on Goodreads this morning because I finished a book that I needed to update it. And it said I'm 12 books ahead of schedule. So
That's impressive. Wow.
I don't think I'll maintain that.
Already?
But you never know.
How many books have you read already then?
I think it said 41.
41. Wow. That's a lot. How many books have you read this year, Johara?
I do not know. I've been reading a lot of rereads, so I'm kind of behind on my Goodreads thing.
And you said you made Johara, you made it 100? Is that what you shot for this year?
Yeah, but that'll be easy once I get to Warrior, because there's a lot of Warriors books.
Gotcha.
And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be that'll help me get higher on XC.
Tiffany, what is your goal for the year?
My goal is 100. So
Nice.
I'm 3 books ahead of schedule right now. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Johara, do you want to do a sprint at 10?
It's 2:10. You guys want to do another sprint?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, enjoy.
Yeah. All right, happy reading. How'd your sprints go?
Good. I got to the ending of the action sequence, and it was very good. I was very pleased.
That's
Awesome.
good.
Yes.
Good.
Mine was good as well. I made myself a cup of coffee, and I got about 2 chapters in. And this time I listened to the Cozy Mystery, and then I think next time I'm going to go back to editing, so that I can kind of get a little bit of each done.
Mm-hmm. How'd yours go,
What,
Joanne?
yeah. What about yours?
Nice. It is going good. Yeah, I'm getting a pretty good chunk done. It looks like one of the villains is trying to make a deal with a very powerful man, and I don't know. I'm scared about what he's trying to do because he cannot be trusted.
Oh boy.
What was the deal with the frying pan?
Oh, it looked like, I guess the way it was described, it looked like he was ready to hit them, but he was just dumping out the contents because he burned the meal.
Oh,
Oh, misdirect. Nice.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
No! It keeps on happening. No!
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sorry if it feels like we're talking over one another. There's just this lag, and I don't know
It really is. I don't know why.
I don't have it with you.
Yeah, I don't know why. But it says Gisela Kwan. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. She said, "Hi, ladies. I'm so late to the party." Hi.
Hi, we're happy to have you. She's been with us quite a few times. She's yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome.
So happy to see you. Tell us what you're reading this time. You might be reading the same book. Some of us are.
Yeah. You want to go over what you guys are reading again since you just came in?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
sure.
So I'm reading Red Queen. I am getting to it. So it's like divided red blood versus silver blood. Silver blood have abilities, and then red blood, it's just like us, just human. But it's a pretty interesting book so far.
Awesome. And I'm reading 2 books because apparently I'm indecisive. No, not really. But I am reading 2 books. So I'm reading a romance book by Kristen Higgins called In Your Dreams. I'm loving it. It's got really good chemistry and banter between the 2 main characters, which is always fun. And because it's kind of like a fake relationship thing going on. And so like he's constantly like making little sly comments because it's just really a lot of fun. And then the other one is the first in a cozy mystery series by Sarah Fox called Wine and Punishment, which is a literary pub cozy mystery. And that one is so much fun so far. Yeah, so she was still on book 2 of Truly Devious series. yes. Is it good?
Yeah. I'm reading The Sorcery and the Secrets of the Evil Nicholas Flamel. So, 3 books. That should be fun. I'm excited.
So Jahara, do you do I know Tiffany has talked about she doesn't, but maybe she'll kind of change that coming up, or she'd like to. Do you do a certain schedule for your videos?
No, not really. I kind of just upload whenever I have the time or whenever I feel like it.
Gotcha. Excellent.
Giselle says it's really good so far.
That's good. Nice to find books that you enjoy.
So she said it's the second book. Have you guys read this? Do we know how many books are in the series?
Definitely.
I feel like it's a trilogy, but I could be wrong. I've heard of it, but I don't remember what.
I think I've heard of it too. I think I've heard other booktubers talking
I don't know.
about
I
it.
heard the name, but
Yeah, exactly. The name. That's really all I know.
I think she told us the last time, if I'm thinking of the right thing,
me
it's a
too.
dark. I think if I'm thinking of the right thing, it's like a dark academia where a murder happened at a boarding school, like in the 30s, and then it's being investigated now, which sounds like something I would
Right.
really like.
Yeah.
I think if I'm thinking of the right thing, but you know, you never know with me. I
Yeah,
could be
that.
I could be way off.
No, I think it is that. Yeah, definitely.
I think it would be. I think it's something I need to try then because I think it sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I
mystery.
got it. It was 3. A
3. Okay.
Yeah.
So like 3 and it's done,
Said
or
you
just
were right
3?
about it, Tiffany.
yeah,
Know
that's
what
what I
it's
was saying. I saw that. Yeah. Whew. So it's possible. Oh, she left again.
Oh no.
But with it's possible there might be novellas, but maybe it's possible it's just a few. I don't know.
You know, since you said that, I have to ask: do you like novellas? Do you not like novellas, or do you have any preference?
Well, not really. I don't think I really like novellas because it's like it's either so insignificant and I don't care at all, or it's significant and it's like, why didn't you put it in the book? I don't know. I mean, I think the one thing I like about it is it's super short and you just get the story. And that's it.
True.
But I don't think I'm really into novellas. It's like, you give me a story and that's it. You don't have to give me all this extended stuff, especially when they're wanting, like, well, I want to charge you in order for you to read this. It's like, well, I don't want to do that when it's so stinking tiny.
Yeah. Johara, we were talking
Yeah.
about novellas. Do you read
read
novellas?
A novella before.
Yeah.
I have never before, but in Warriors, there's like a lot of books and there are some novellas. So I'm gonna give them a try just to get a more of a story with the series. But I don't know if I'm gonna like them. We'll see.
Don't get me wrong. I've read novellas that I've enjoyed that were written well, but I just don't like the concept of them. Exactly kind of what Tiffany was saying. I just feel like either write a whole book or include the 60-page novella within the book, or it's not important enough for me to. Plus, I also feel like you said it's too short in the sense of sometimes like I'm just getting into the story and then bam, it's over. And I'm like, wait,
Exactly.
what?
Yeah.
So
Well, a good thing about the Warriors ones is the fact that there's already a story, several books, and the novellas I think are just extra stories about some of the characters. So I think that will also make it more interesting because there's already another story to it, if that makes sense. So.
I'd say probably the only way I would be fine with a novella is if the series or whatever is done and it's just like, hey, do you want more? Let me just give you this extra stuff. But it's more of like a just for fun special thing. But it's like,
yeah.
But I think in the middle of it, it's a little like, really?
Yeah, I agree. Looks like she said, oh, I think the author is starting a series with the
Sounds
present day
nice.
hopefully after she solves the 1930s cases. Oh my gosh. It sounds very mystery-esque and I think I would love this. So I need to check this one out. Gisela, and I might know this. There's a possibility I already know the answer to this. But do you have a channel where you talk about books, and what kind of books do you talk about if you do?
Yeah, well, I would just like to say with what we were talking about, like
if you do have one, I'd subscribe.
I just want to say, so what I do like, because we were talking about goals for our YouTube channels, I would say one thing that I really am enjoying, though, is this year in comparison, because I was just so busy in 2020, and obviously we had a whole mess of a year going on. But I'd say what's nice about this year is I've been reaching out more with Twitter and other things, and I'm participating in these live shows, and it's just so nice to actually get some, time with the community and everything.
Me too. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Yeah,
These
definitely.
live shows, I've really enjoyed them because I get a lot of reading done, and so that's awesome. But it's just like something to look forward to when you're not able to really go out and do anything. Like literally, the only person I see in person, besides my 2 coworkers at the office when we do have to go in, is my husband. I don't go to the grocery store. I don't go because I have some severe autoimmune stuff that keeps me at home. I have to be very careful. So I don't, so even looking forward to seeing you guys, I'm like, oh gosh, I get to, hang out and chat books with people. It's so much fun.
Yeah, my family's not a big reader, so I'm always looking forward to these because I finally get to talk books with someone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the exact reason why I made this my YouTube channel, because it's like, sometimes I'll gush about it with my parents and they're like, okay. And it's like, well, I want someone to relate to that and talk with me about it. So,
Absolutely. I was making a joke about that, Tiffany, because like I was talking about how I made the channel because I really needed people to talk about books, with books that love books, or at least love books as much as I do and want to talk about the books I want to talk about. I said it got to be a real problem, and I knew I needed to do something different because I'd be at like the grocery store and somebody would be like, hey, how are you? Just like the polite, like, I don't know you, how are you? And I'm like, hey, let me tell you about my cozy mystery. And like they're like grabbing their children and like running away. Okay, that didn't really happen, but I'm just saying I was really like searching people, and I wasn't at all appropriate with it. So now I'm talking about books with people who love books, which makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
We lost Johanna.
Oh, there she is. Much. So let's just read off. So Gisela said, started a murder for the books. Yeah. So she said, started a murder for the books on audio, and it's so much fun. The interview was good. I couldn't wait to start reading.
Yay. That's awesome. That's from the author that I interviewed yesterday. Yay. Awesome.
And she does not have a YouTube channel.
No channel, yeah.
Do it. Do it. It's so much fun. If you're interested, if you're not doing it because you don't want to, then never mind. Don't listen to me. But if you're only like hesitant because of something else, totally do it. It's so much fun.
Yes, definitely.
Johara, when you get kind of kicked into cyberspace, do you know that you're in cyberspace?
What do you mean?
So like there's been a couple times where you've where it's kicked you out of the thing and you've came back, but for us it shows like a spinning, like we can't see you. I didn't know if you just look frozen, or like on my end, I didn't know if it happened to me, like if I'd even know I was out of the out of the room.
Yeah. I keep getting kicked out and I don't know why, and then I just re-entered the broadcast studio, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
Technology is not my friend.
I feel you. It's no biggie. And I've definitely had those days myself. A lot of those days. Johara, is that a fireplace behind you? Is that a fireplace behind you?
Oh no! It's the light. There's wood on the wall, so I guess it's just the light is just casting onto the wood, and it looks like a fire, but it's not.
Oh, it's pretty. It looks really pretty.
Thanks.
So do you guys have any anticipated movies that are coming out that everybody's like that that other people are excited about that you're also excited about?
Well, with what you're saying, I
No.
purchased. Oh, I was just gonna keep saying. So I purchased a couple pre-orders. Like 2 weeks ago. Some are coming in May, one in August. So it's gonna take a while, but I'm looking forward to reading those books. So, but I don't know. I'm not too much about looking at what's gonna come out. It's more like I'll see it at a Barnes and Noble or I'll see it online, and I'll be like,
same.
because that's the thing. I got these books because I heard about them where I saw they're available for pre-order, and I'm like, okay, that sounds good. But I'm really focused on reading the books that I currently have or that are available through Libby or Hoopla. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't
usually
guess
keep
because
keep with the whole what's coming now.
yeah. I guess because I don't read a whole lot of what I think is the most popular stuff on BookTube, which would be like the either fantasy or like YA contemporary, I think is the like real big genres. And I focus on cozy mysteries and romance. So I don't think I read anticipated novels like, oh my gosh, did you know that whatever that initial book I've heard 1,000 times a day, like ACOWAR, I don't know what it is.
oh,
Aquawar.
yeah,
that series. Thank you.
Flames. Yeah,
Yeah. See, I and except for BookTube, I've never heard of that because it wouldn't be something I would read. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's fabulous that everybody's enjoying it, but so I don't read a lot of books like that are anticipated by a bunch of people, but I always know it's coming out in the genres I read because I read so many series that I'm always like waiting on the next book. And I always do a video of the new releases coming out. So that's also another reason I'm a little more up on it than I used to be. But it's usually because I'm like, oh my gosh, number 5's coming out and I'm so excited about it, that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Do either of you guys read that what was the title of that?
So the I think it's the 4th book, A Court of Silver Flames. So
do either of you guys read that series?
A Court of Thorns and Roses, I have the first book because people had hyped it up, but no, I have not read it yet. I was supposed to do a buddy read back in July. It did not happen. So
it is insanely hyped up.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not good. I don't know, but like I just wondered because again, I don't read a lot of those kind of books, so I just wondered.
It's another fantasy, so I'm like,
it's YA, right?
No. It was marketed as young adult because of Sarah J. Maas. She had done the Throne of Glass series, but it's very much an adult fantasy. And that's the problem. These poor teenagers are like, oh, let me read it. And that's why it's kind of good that I have not read it yet. Because it's like, oh, whatever happens there. Like, I don't know what happens in the first book, but certain things that you definitely don't want a teenager to read are in there. So,
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of like trigger warnings too.
I
know definitely in this one. I know definitely in this one, the A Court of Silver Flames. I don't know enough about the other books in the series.
Interesting. Almost every BookTube channel that I see new videos are coming out in the last couple weeks have been about that or about some series that Netflix is getting ready to start. Some book series.
Shadow and Bone. Yes.
And I don't know anything about that one either. Is that fantasy as well?
Yeah, it is a fantasy. I was telling Johara before you came on, Tiffany, that like the trailer came out, it was really good. I started the audiobook. I'm like only up to an hour of the 8.5 hours that the audiobook is. It's kind of interesting so far, but I think I'm more excited about the show. The show looks really, really good.
Gotcha. Johara, do you read it? Have you read it or anything?
I didn't see the show.
Did you like it?
No, but I'm thinking about it.
Awesome.
Yeah. You guys want to do another sprint
Yeah, let's do it.
for 20
Sounds
minutes?
good. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Happy reading.
You too. Enjoy.
Hello.
Hello.
Looks like Cozy joined us.
I know. Hi, Cozy. I waved at you when I saw you come in, but on other people. Oh no, there goes Jahar again. She's having such trouble today.
Not again.
Cozy, when somebody else hosts, I'm sure there's a way, but I don't know how to chat. So I only can chat when I'm the host. Tiffany, is that the same experience you've had?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't show up. The only way I think we could do it is if we put on YouTube on our channels and just, we watch the live. But I think according to StreamYard, that's not the best idea. So
Okay.
maybe we can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah, but mine's the same way. So I can't chat with people, but I saw you come in and it's so good to see you. I'll let Jahara talk, and then Cozy, I have a question for you, and then maybe Jahara and Tiffany can help us answer the question. Go ahead, Jahara.
Yeah, I was just seeing the. So how did your sprints go?
Oh, the sprints were good. I'm really enjoying it. And what's working is, and I'm really glad about this, with the reading
That's
sprints today, like I'm able to actually make progress with this book. Like I'm just reading instead of it being I'm keep on going back and forth on it, but it's happening. So
Excellent. That's awesome to hear. I am also enjoying my sprints. This last time, though, I
That's
did
good.
editing. I'm going back and forth between editing and reading my book just so I can kind of get a little progress in both. How did yours go?
Mine's going good. The one of the villains, D, is making a deal with a powerful man because Sophie, one of the twins, has the ability to free this man from his prison, and she's really the only one that can. So he's going to put her brother, her parents' life in danger so that she would have no choice but to free him. So I'm like, really? I hate this guy. I swear.
yeah.
You know, sometimes when I really dislike a character intensely, I think, you know what? The author is intentionally trying to get, I mean, they're doing their job. They're selling me on not liking the person. So, you know. So I have a question for Cozy,
Yeah,
and
true.
then maybe you guys can help me. Jahara, I know you said that you're not as good with technology, so you might be in the same boat more I am. But Cozy commented on my channel this morning, and I could not reply, which never happens. Usually, I'm able to reply. And the reason I asked too is funny is because I can see it on my notifications, but even when I go to the video that she put the message on, because I tried to go around it that way, I tried to reply to it in my notifications. Wouldn't let me, no matter what I did. The only choices were to block. And I'm like, well, no, I don't want to block. I want to reply. So then I actually went to the video that she put the comment on, and it does not show up. It doesn't so if you guys went to that video, you would not see it. So does anybody know why that would happen?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it might be if you go to YouTube Studio and go to comments, it's possible it has it as spam or to be reviewed. It's possible. Might be. I don't know if it is, but it sounds like it's possible that's why.
Okay. Yeah, I that might be it. I just don't know why it would need to be reviewed. She comments all the time.
It is also possible it was deleted, but it might not be either, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought I'd ask because I've never I don't know why. But
could be
yeah,
a glitch, but
could be. But yeah, when you even go to the video, I was like, well, I'll just go straight to the video because it wouldn't let me do it and comment from there. And it's not on there. And I'm like, yes, she did. YouTube, she commented because I wanted to answer her.
Yeah. Oh, may have accidentally hit incognito. Yeah. It might.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple different suggestions. See,
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked because that's the only way I learn is for somebody to because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I wanted to ask now for reading sprints. I definitely like to do one for the next weekend. What day do you guys prefer to do reading sprints? Like I know, Tiffany, you've been doing Friday, and Johara, you've been doing Sunday. Do you like having that schedule?
Yeah.
Next week, because Cozy.
Yeah.
Next week, Cozy and I were just going to do a like cozy mystery thing on Saturday. Would you want to host on Friday, Tiffany?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then Saturday, it's not going to be a regular reading sprint. It's just where Cozy and I are going to talk about cozy mysteries.
Cool.
And that way we don't bore everybody that does it.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
you know, but yeah. So are you good with this Friday hosting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'll do Friday, and then Johara, are you good with Sunday? If you want to, you know.
Yeah, I'm still doing Sunday, definitely.
Okay,
Cool.
awesome.
So Friday and Sunday, that works.
That's awesome, guys. Yes, Cozy just filmed her first YouTube video yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Good job, Cozy.
Yes.
Yay!
So, Cozy, I hope we're still on for Saturday to geek out over some cozy mysteries. I definitely will email you about that. We've kind of talked already, but I mean the link. Oh no, Johara.
Not again.
It's like cyberspace.
Oh.
Oh yeah, see, Gisela says, "Yay, Cozy!"
Yeah. Well, that's really great. It's so.
It is.
Yeah, it's now officially been a year since I really did BookTube. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. I might have to do something to celebrate, even though it's like you've been incognito for like 6 months. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do it now. So.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. And I think there's like, if you're into tags, I think that there's like a anniversary tag that people like to do on that.
Oh, there is. Okay.
I'm not positive. I think.
Yeah,
Don't quote me, but I feel like there's like an anniversary tag that kind of asks you about like your year and the,
yeah,
sort of thing. Johara, how long have you had your channel?
I'm not 100% sure. I know it's been a little less than a year, I think.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh,
yeah, you're right. There's a BookTube birthday tag, so I guess I will save these prompts and do it next. That's cool.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for bringing that up. Now I can do something. I can
Nice.
now have a plan for a video.
Yes. So Gisela asked what was the name of the channel that Cozy just started, and it's the channel that she's on right now. So Johara and Tiffany, Johara and Tiffany, you should check it out. It's going to be so much fun.
So Cozy is asking, did you cut your hair? It looks good. No, actually, it's just this is my first time having it down. I cut my hair back in July, so it's just growing out now. So it's looking like this. But yeah, it was pretty short. It was. I don't know. It would basically be like that. So like there was like no hair here. It was really nice to have the pixie cut, but yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Are you growing it? Are you growing it out now?
Yeah. I'm just letting it grow.
Yeah. Johara, your hair's how long is your hair? It's pretty
Nice.
long from what we can see in the video, but
Yeah. It goes down to almost my waist, which makes me very happy. I need to cut my bangs though, but I love long hair.
Me too. I had my hair was about the same length until I moved to Florida. And since it's like a lion's mane and it's so thick and curly, and in the humidity of Florida, it just so when I got here in July or January of 2019 is when we moved. The second day I was here, I cut off 13 inches and was able to donate it twice. But I was like, there's no way I can keep this because, like I said, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because it's so thick. And no. But I love long hair too. I wish I could pull off both, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, because like I think Tiffany's pixie cut is adorable.
Thank
Just
you.
not, it would not look adorable on me. Like it looks adorable on her, not on me. I do too, Cozy. I like it. She said she likes your hair.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's my problem with long hair. Like I do like it, but most of the time it's just too hot, and so I tie it up, and then the little hairs just stick out, and I'm like, no, I do not want stuff in my face. It's like, okay. And now it's growing back. I'm like, great.
Oh wow, to her hair past my butt. Wow. That's some long hair.
I touched my hair more and hated it, then I'll just keep letting it grow. I love long hair.
Yeah. And mine is so curly that when it was down to my like waist, like you're talking about, but when I would get out of the shower, yeah, when I get out of the shower, because it's so curly that when it was down to my waist, when I would comb through it, because when it's wet is the only time I can like actually comb through it all the way, it would like almost, I can't even tell you how much longer it is. It's so ridiculous because it's just so curly.
Yeah, absolutely. But with what Gisela was saying, LOL, Florida is way too hot for long hair. That's exactly. I mean, I've been wanting to cut my hair and get a pixie cut whenever. Like it just ended up working out just before I moved. But it was also like Florida. Yes, I'm gonna cut my hair. And I was like, I guess I'll grow it out. I'll see what happens next. I might end up cutting it again. I'll see.
Yeah, me too. Cozy said her hair is too thick too, and so it's heavy when it's long. Yes, and hot.
Yeah, that's the problem with long hair. It's like, oh, is someone joining? Oh, there's W.
What's that?
That's wild. There's two of her.
Apparently.
I see two. Okay, that was weird for a second there. I was like, what?
Oh, I didn't see it. It didn't show up on mine, I guess.
That was wild. I'm seeing double.
Yeah.
Oh, Cozy said Gisela. Okay. Cozy's in California. Yeah, that's a little too hot too.
Yeah.
Even in Florida, I had to have long hair. I couldn't stand short hair, at least on me. I just couldn't do it. So even in Florida, I dealt with the heat.
Yeah, it's just so nice with short hair. Like, I mean, also short, straight hair, because you just get up out of bed in the morning, and most of the time, you don't even have to do anything with it. It's like, bedhead's fine. You're doing whatever.
True. I mean, not that I understand that from experience because mine's not straight. But yes.
My hair isn't curly. It's not straight either. It's kind of wavy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so much better washing your hair short,
It is.
Just a little bit, and it's done.
Yep.
And that's the thing, too. Like, with shorter hair, you don't really have to do conditioner. So it takes even less time. So.
Ooh. So, Cozy, I don't know if we asked you, and you might have said it might be the same one from a couple, but what are you reading currently? Ooh.
We're all enjoying our book so far. It looks like. So that's always good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of us
And
are liking it.
And I'm also really glad because when we, I forget when it was. No, that's right. So when I started doing the live reading sprints with you, Tiffany, I did that one and I was doing a reread and then I was trying to read The Cipher and now I'm reading Red Queen. I'm really glad I abandoned The Cipher. That was not interesting at all.
Yeah.
Will I ever get to it? Maybe not. But that's the thing too. It's like, okay, yes, you own a book, but you've had it for many years. If you're not interested, maybe don't,
Yeah, I don't like DNFing books.
Yeah.
And I know some people are totally against it. And I think we've talked about it. I try not to, and I used to never, and I still don't want to, but the deal is reading is meant to be fun. I want it to be fun. I don't want to read something I'm not enjoying. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, exactly.
I finished book 2.
Definitely.
An arc from NetGalley. Oh my gosh. I fall down the rabbit hole of NetGalley so hard. I have banned myself from even going to the site because it's like buyer's remorse. I promise you. It's like, okay, you guys are really young and I'm just saying that, so you might not, but I mean, it's like instead of waking up after a night of drinking and you're like, oh gosh, these were stupid decisions. It's like waking up from a night of drinking and you've ordered $30 from NetGalley and you're like, what?
No.
Oh my God. So I have banned myself. I am no.
Well, that's really good dedication though now. Just cut yourself off cold turkey, right?
And it should be like somebody, NetGalley should cut people off because I have no self-control, no self-will. They should just be like, you know what? Your percentage is -2. Okay, that's not true, but it's low. You can't, we're not going to approve you for any more books, no matter how much you request, until you read these. But they don't. They just keep approving you. Oh, Lord. Okay,
yeah,
I'm done.
I think even though I like the idea of reading a book early, I think it's just there's so much, because it's more than just you read a book whenever you get to the book. It's you gotta read this and then give a review at this set amount of time, and it's like I don't need that pressure. I want to read a book just to read it. I mean,
yeah,
one of the books I got from NetGalley, I was never thinking about reading, and I ended up really enjoying it.
I've never read it before, so I don't know.
The year, but it's still like, it's just the whole thing where it's like, NetGalley might just be chilling on that. I mean, right now I'm not really doing anything with NetGalley anyway, so I might keep up with that in 2021.
Cozy said, LOL, I have like 10 reviews due in the next few months. A little overwhelmed. Yeah. Gisela says, now I really want to get on NetGalley. I hope that what I said did not sell you, because I'm trying to tell you the exact opposite. It's a problem for me. I'm just kidding you, Gisela. I'm just kidding you. It's actually a great site to read, like, books that aren't out yet. It's wonderful and it's free and I think it's amazing and all that. I just, it's just, I just don't have any self-control. Mm-hmm. So that is one of my things about NetGalley that I do find irritating is, plus I got approved for 3 days before a book release. Sometimes you'll request a book and it will take months and you'll forget all about it. And then they'll approve it like after 6 months. And you're like, oh, well, I don't want it anymore. I've already bought it. It's already, but you're still approved. So it still goes against your rating if you don't go back and write a review.
Oh, Well, that's why it's working out that I'm just doing review. Well, I'm doing reviews. I've got like 3 or 4 reviews of the 18 books I've read are out on Goodreads, and that's what I'm thinking too. Because like I'm working on a Goodreads review for the book that I have a NetGalley and a NetGalley review. So it's like, just take aspects from both, and eventually I can put something out for NetGalley.
Yeah. So
I'm hungry.
I
haven't eaten since breakfast.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I bet you're hungry. It's what, 3? What time is it there? 3:30? Is that right?
Yeah, it'd have to be an hour
3:31.
Yeah.
earlier than us.
3:30, yeah. Well, Jahara, ma'am, it's your show, so you let us know, and I'm just along for the ride. Oh, gosh.
Oh, no. Not again.
Jahara, you should have said goodbye. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
I see Cozy said, I use the same review on Goodreads and NetGalley. Yeah, that's
I
a
do
good
too.
idea. Like that,
I do.
just part of me just has a more informal way of doing a Goodreads review versus NetGalley. Not that I have done NetGalley
I
yet.
got cut out again.
Yeah. So.
Well, Jahara, I don't know exactly where you cut out, but I was saying, this is, your sprint. So if you're hungry, you just let us know. We're just along for the ride, or I am just along for the ride. So whenever you're feeling like you're hungry enough that you want to go, you just let us know. You're the captain of the ship.
Okay.
Just now.
We've been on for 3.5 hours. We've been on for 3.5 hours. You want to stop for now and carry it on next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, I'm good with whatever you want to do.
All right. So that's it then for today, at least. We're glad for everyone who could join us and participated in this. It was fun.
It was a blast.
So then the next time we'll be doing the live show is Friday on my channel, Masquerade Chick. So please be sure to stay tuned.
Do you know what time you're wanting to do it, Tiffany?
I think I'll work with what you guys have, unless you want to figure it out now.
No. You can just message me on Twitter.
Honestly, I have free time, so whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, no, you just decide and you let us know. You're the captain of the ship.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
So, next time it's going to be...
If you do it in the morning, I can't.
Oh, yeah, it does need to be in the evening. I mean,
yeah, of course. So I just want to say, Gisela said, what's the next time? So Gisela, next time is going to be Friday on my channel, Masquerade Chick. No set time yet. We're going to figure out the time, but it is going to be in the evening sort of time. So that should be it, guys.
Sounds good.
All right,
guys.
All
and just real quick. So on Saturday, then Cozy and I. All right, guys. See you later. Have a great night. Bye, everyone.